Hi guys, today I want to show you some stuff that is very important to write better CSS. I hope you like my previous videos. If you like them, please do a thumbs up. And let's dive into the code. And so as you can see here, let's show the browser. I've just downloaded a simple Bootstrap theme, just a simple web page, and when I checked out the CSS, there were a few things that I've discovered, and on the end of this CSS I want to show you how you can change and make your CSS better by using the BEM naming convention. It's super easy, super simple. If you have a big site, it can cost a bit more time to change, but I'm just gonna show you how you can do it, how you can write better CSS. One of the problems that is with CSS, most people will write selectors like this or this, and if you have a small site, it's readable enough, but it can be better. So let's check out the CSS, the site of CSS Wizardy, and where you can check out the BEM naming convention. And BEM stands for, the B stands for block, the E for element, and the M stands for modifier. It's super easy. So here's a small example, as you can see, and we're just gonna dive into the CSS and change it to a more BEM thing. So if you can see in the HTML, there should be a header, and it's here, just with a header tag, and inside that header tag you have some HTML elements with classes, just a div, but you can make it more readable by rewriting the CSS selector, and I'm just gonna show you. It's so you have a header, but maybe you have more headers in your website, and then if you name it header, it can cause a lot of trouble, because you can have problems with overwriting other headers, and you don't want to do that. So this is your main header. Let's call it main header. So we will say it's the B for block is the header, and then we use 2 underscores and we call it main. So I'm a bit lazy, but it's just an example to show you how you can do it yourself. And we are gonna use it CSS class, and the header, we're gonna give it a class name, and we call it header main. Well, that's the wrong thing, because this, the header, well, I was doing it a bit differently, but we will fix that. We're not gonna use this CSS, but we're gonna use it for this. Everyone makes mistakes, right? So don't be afraid to do that. So now, instead of just tagging the header HTML tag, you just target the class. And the thing about that is you're not gonna overwrite. Well, that's not what I expected. Oh yeah, I know. Well, let's change it directly, and we can see why it's the change is not happening. So on all these selectors, we are depending on the header tag, but it's still a header tag. But now it's we changed it to a class. So that's not what the CSS is not happy with that. So here we have the header, but now we missing the header. It has no height. So in this site there's a lot of Bootstrap. I'm not very happy with that because it's gonna overwrite a lot of things. So let's figure out why this is happening. If you're gonna change these kind of stuff, then you will discover that there is a lot of you're gonna have to do a lot of debugging. It's not a problem, but you have to be aware of it. So we're gonna have to search for a media query, and it's here, and we have to change that also to a class. That's the thing I expected. So now, as you can see in the developer tools, you have just the header main, and it doesn't matter which kind of HTML tag you use. If you, for example, now say, well, this don't have to be a header tag, but it's just a div. That's not a problem anymore. Well, it shouldn't be. Well, there is a lot of messy things in this site, but yeah, that's one of the problems. If you change something in CSS, then you will find out a lot of these things. So for this example, we just keep it the header tag to save a little bit of time. But I want to show you that we can just make these selectors a little bit more simpler. These tags do not have multiple levels, and the browser is gonna search for those tags, but we as a human, we read from, well, not everyone and not in every language, but in Europe, in the US, we read from left to right. Some countries, they do the opposite, but we will read these selectors differently than the browser does. And the thing with that is the browser starts with searching for all the h1 tags, and then it will filter it to all the h1 tags in the header content inner class element, and well, it goes on and on and on till it meets all the filters. Well, to make that easier for the browser to find the element, and easier for you to find the right element, we're just using one class, and we using header, because it's the main. We're gonna include that because that's more readable, then everyone will see in CSS which header we meant. And Now I've used one dash in between because, well, it's not a modifier, so I use one dash. But if we have a header, a main content, and that will be blue in the background, then we're using the double dashes, and we use, for instance, blue, like this, for example. But now we're using only the block, the block and the element. And well, if you ask me, this class name is so much more readable than it was before with the multi-level class. And let's do it the same for the H1. Let's do this. We're not gonna use element names because it's gonna give you a lot of trouble. Main content. It's gonna give you a lot of trouble with debugging afterwards, and well, these selectors are more readable than it was. Let's call it text. Keep it simple, keep it short, and do it in the HTML. And do we have something else? Yes, we have to also change it, of course, in the media queries, because otherwise it's gonna be a mess on the mobile device. Let's go back again because I did something wrong, I guess. Yes, I did something wrong. And we're not gonna do this content, but we're gonna use title because it's not the content, it's the title. And let's change that in the HTML. Class title, and what was this? That don't need a class, I guess. It's got class header main title, and this one is gonna be header main text. So class, and use that. Let's check it out now in the media queries because we didn't do that. Let's make it a class content inner. Well, let's comment this out for a bit. No, we're gonna just make it another class, and we call it header main inner. It's not a very readable name, but I don't know how to call it otherwise right now. So let's give this a class. And no, I'm not gonna do the whole site right now because that will take a long time, but in this video, yeah, you will have a good example of how to do it yourself with your own website. And that's what you want to learn, right? How to do it yourself. So let's find out if we, no, hopefully this is good, and it's good, and it's all the same. Wow, that's what we want. So I hope this will, this example will help you to take BEM, check it out, Google it. I will put the links in the description below, so you can you don't have to search for it. But let's check it again. The header main is, it's the main header. It's on the top of the website, and the header main content, header main inner, header main title, header main text. It's, this class names will explain everything for themselves, where you can find it, what it does. If you have a lot more headers, you can use header, or we have a header for a blog post, so you call it blog post header. Or you have a product, and you call it product header. Or you have a product footer, for example. It's, just make in BEM, make class names with only one class, and at the maximum sometimes you can avoid it, but you have to use 2 class names. But that's the maximum I want to have. But you can do it on the other way, but it's just how you want. It's also important that if you're gonna introduce this to your team, you're gonna make agreements with each other how to write the CSS. That's the most important thing, because you can do BEM, but sometimes other people will use a certain different direction in it. So I hope this is clear for you to take on with BEM, change it in your current website or your current project or at a client. I would say try with it, and I want to get your responses if you have some problems with it, or questions. Just put it in the description. In the comments. I will love to help you out. If you just want to chat out, please add Mr. Frontend Community on Facebook or on Messenger, and I will love to help you out. So hopefully I'll see you next time, and please subscribe for future videos, because I'm gonna do a lot more stuff like this. So see you next time. Bye.